going here, coming here, and saving, responding back. So this is the flow.
For example, once you have executed, for example, now you have executed the query, right, bro? In that, you just selected only 50 records in the first execution when you executed the
Okay.
first query. So that will be
Okay.
stored now in the plan cache.
Yeah.
For next iteration, you are executing the query where you are fetching like 200 records.
Okay.
So how is that flow again?
Okay. So the flow here is the 50 records are there, means the table, the route is there. Think that you want to go 100 kilometers.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a route path, you know the route path up to 50 kilometers. What it does is you already know the route till half. It need to fetch the remaining data. That remaining data, the pointers will be available to fetch the remaining data. The pointers will be getting the remaining data. Previously 50, right? So here the flow which I am telling, if it is 100 rows, here it is coming 50 rows, it come here and it responded. Now it is 100 rows, it will come here, it will see it is only having 50 rows. Now this will get and save here. So
Okay.
again the process is
On
there,
this,
but the process is not 100% here.
no, it is like on the same file, or it will create a new file for 200 records.
It will create a same plan.
In the same plan,
Same
it will be
plan,
updated.
yeah, same plan, it will be updated. So
Okay.
now the plan is 200 rows. Next time your plan, it is 550 rows.
Okay.
What happens next time is, next time the 200 rows plan will not become 50.
Okay. It will be
Out of
fetched from
200 rows
same plan.
plan, it fetches the 50 rows only.
Yes.
Because the lazy write, as I told, right, the lazy writer will always be running in the background to check which is useless, which is not used. If it is not used, I want to push out, it will be running in the background, which is the reason the plan cache creating will be done by the SQL engine very carefully, so that it should not impact as part of the lazy writer process.
Yes.
So this is a plan caching. And as I told, this is a protocol layer. This is a relational layer. This is a storage layer. Storage layer is a place where it stores the data. Okay, stores the data. Select star from sys.alt sys.alt files. Okay, so you can see if I execute this, you can see the data which is having a location means it is, it requires a storage, it requires a place to store. So which is the reason we have all these files. All these files are saved in a storage. The disk is called as a storage. So it requires to save the transactions or anything in a storage. So this data file is this particular data file. See a database primary data file. I want to show you that this is using a process of storage to save, to store somewhere on the disk. Okay, so the database means it is a collection of, I'll show this one. Okay, so the SQL database means it is a collection of log file and the primary data file. This is mandatory. Okay, SQL Server database is a combination of log file and a data file. These are physical files, means files which can be stored on the storage. Okay.
Yeah.
Wherein you can see the secondary files. Secondary file is optional. Whether secondary file is there or not, it doesn't matter to the database, because SQL database mandatory files are log file and data file. If I want to use secondary files, I can create. It's up to us. I may not create also. Based on the need, I'll explain you that also. So the database means combination of log files and primary data file. I'm telling log files, primary data file, one file, multiple log files. Okay, one is minimum.
In log files and the primary data file.
Yeah, primary data file can create only one.
Okay.
Log files we can create multiple, but for a database, one log file, one primary data file is mandatory. Without that file, that it is not called as a database. Means the database will not be coming up.
Okay.
Okay. So if I want to delete this, I'll show you. I'll try to I'll try to delete this. We'll see what happens. What it's showing, the action cannot be completed because the file is open in SQL Server. Means if the database is active and it is being used by some other, we cannot delete that.
So what
How
if
we can delete? Yeah.
So what if the database is not in use and if someone deletes the file?
Yes, I am showing that only. Okay, now I want to, services are up. I am not able to delete the file. Think that some of our team member as part of maintenance, they stopped the services. Now other person without knowledge, they told someone told that please delete the data files. This is not required as it is using more space. Okay, so they deleted. Now the log file is not in the location where it is supposed to be.
Okay.
Okay, where the log file where it is
That's
supposed to
not.
be. Now we will start the service and see. I started the service. Service is running. I'll try what happened. It is in red color. Let it come to the green. It came to the green. I will try to refresh. What it's showing? Recovery pending means
Yeah.
it is trying to recover the database, but it will never recover because it
The
doesn't
file is.
have the required structure.
Yeah.
The database is not accessible because now this is not termed as a database. It will try to recovery pending, but it will never come because it is not having required data files.
Yes.
Okay.
Primary data files is missing.
Yeah, I want to show here related to the storage, how the storage of the files is important. If it is not there, what happens? So I copied there and we'll try here. Not accessible. Now what we need to do, we just can restart SQL services and SQL should be able to identify that particular database. See here. So I want to show you here the storage, the files in any storage and the database minimum requirement. Got my point here?
Yes.
Okay. So here I was showing a log file and a data file.
Data file.
Okay, a log file and a
So,
data. Yes.
so when you restarted it, these files got created automatically.
No. I moved from here to this location.
I got confused, bro. Sorry.
See, what I did is first thing I
Yeah.
removed. SQL Server will check for this location whether files are there or not.
Okay.
What I did is previously I moved this file to this location, different location.
Okay.
So I think okay, let me stop it again. See what I'm